Hello and welcome to Monster Hunter Wilds. Um, More of my thoughts on games. I've already recorded this video once, but I really uh, didn't do the things that I wanted to do within it. Also, I figured out that I can literally voice over my footage, so this is now I won't be distracted with fighting the monster, and I hopefully won't have as many stutters, but obviously, your boy loves stuttering. But today's video is about Monster Hunter Wilds. I finished this game quite a while ago, but I wanted to re-record this because I figured out how to do this, and I feel like I didn't give the game the justice it deserved from me as well. Because I've loved this game. I really enjoyed this game. I dare put it up with some of my favorite games. I really just, it sat right with me. So we'll immediately get started in it with the story. I think the story was okay. Now, I know I just got done gassing it up, and I was like, I really love this game. It's one of my favorites. Um, the story was just a little... I guess it wasn't memorable, because as of right now, I could not tell you what entirely happened with the story. And I don't think that's an issue with this game, for me at least, because I played it not really for the story, I played it for fighting the monsters, obviously. And I think that's where the difference comes from this and Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World was definitely more of a monster hunting game because you had to hunt the tracks and you had to do this and you had to do that and you had to track the monster. This is just kind of, you get on your Sacred and you immediately go to the monster, which I enjoy more personally, but it becomes more of a monster fighting game than a monster hunting game. But the story was okay. I really enjoyed the characters within it, though. I liked Olivia. I liked Fabius. I liked their armor, their weapons were cool. I really fucked with the way everyone kind of, almost the way everyone interacted with each other. I really enjoyed the cutscenes as well. If you hear knocking around, by the way, it's my dog. He's walking out of the room right now. If you Yeah, like the characters interacting with each other, doing their own thing. Like when you get to base camp, you have all of them talking away and like interacting with each other and all that. I really enjoy that, and the atmosphere feels alive, even when you leave camp and you go out to the different biomes, which we can get into that next. When you get into the different biomes, whether you have the one that I'm fighting the raid out here in, or you have the oil well basin, or you have the woods, or you have all these things. I really enjoyed the worlds in this game. Not Monster Hunter worlds, but they were really enjoyable to go around and venture around in. And like the different areas, and you have the different like weather in it too. Like the oil well basin, you have where all the fire flares up and it gets all crazy and does all these things, and you have in the forest where it starts raining and starts becoming a storm, and then that's when some of the monsters can come out, like the Uthuna, the Raidou, the New Udra, that one, the New Udra, the all the Apex monsters. I don't think it works like that for Gormagala, but Gormagala is its own kind of thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed all of the areas. I don't think there's one area that I'm like, oh man, this place kind of sucks. The Ice Shard Cliffs I've seen a lot, and the Oil Well Basin I've seen a lot, but that's just because I've fought Omega and Gogmazio so much. But next we can move into the weapons. I really enjoy the weapons in this game. The way they look, the way they feel. I only use two. I use Dual Blades and Hammer, which have been the easiest for me to kind of grasp and figure out and work on. I think when I started the game I was on Greatsword, and it just wasn't the weapon for me, which that's the beauty of this game. You can find something that's for you. There's so many weapons that you can figure it out and be like, oh man, I really like this, and then you can use another thing and you'd be like, oh man, I really like this, and you can have two weapons within the game, which is awesome. You can carry like two weapons with you, when I don't think that was the case for any of the other ones, any of the other Monster Hunters. But so you have monsters like Gogmazios, where it's the first half you use flame to break down the oil on its body, and then the second half you use the dragon element. I really enjoy that. I enjoy that they use the thing to be like, hey, you have two different weapons that you can use, and you don't have to go back to camp for them. That's really the only monster that uses that, but hopefully with the next DLC, that'll be the case of using the two different weapons to get two different like outcomes out of a fight, whether you need like lightning and water, or whether you need all these things. But with the weapons, we can move into the monsters as well. I really enjoy the look of almost all the monsters in this game. I just have one gripe, and it's the Kungalala. I don't enjoy the Kungalala. I just don't. Um, it, it's just because it's dumb. In my head, at least, it's dumb. It's a fart burp monkey. Like, I don't enjoy it. But everything else is phenomenal in this game. Even going down to the Chotacabra. You have, like, the Chotacabra, the Quematrice, you have the Doshagama, you have Odogorons, you have the Raidou, you have the different kinds of dragons, you have a fucking ink squid. It's super, super cool. It's awesome. And I think the variety in this game is done very well as well. Like, between the different things. The only thing I don't... Oh, I guess I don't enjoy the... And I know it's been kind of the staple of Monster Hunter since it came out, so I... And this is the first one that I've, like, fully played through, so I don't entirely have as much, say in it. But I don't like the... I guess I don't like fighting the Rathian. It's just... not my cup of tea. Not a fan. Now, the Rathian's cool. It's like your basic dragon and whatnot, but... I guess that's a second monster that I have a tiny gripe with. And the Rathalos. So I have three monsters that I'm not the biggest fans of, which is fine. But every other one in this game, phenomenal. I love it. It's awesome. They're really, really cool. The designs are cool. The ways that they can work with the environments, because you have points where they have turf wars where they fight within each other in the hunts. I really like that part as well. I think I can't remember if that was in the world or not. I never played through the entirety of World. I just recently started playing it after I finished this game, but I haven't seen if that's the case or not. But yeah, the turf wars are super fun to watch when it's like monster versus monster and in the middle of your hunt. Like, you're hunting the monster and then it goes and fights something else for a minute, or something else like jumps into the battle and whatnot. And I don't think it doesn't become too much of a hindrance, because after that like whole turf war animation, they kind of split off. Sometimes they come back after you. Like, I've had a Doshagama kind of come back, and that can become a little annoying and a little irritating when they come back, and it just becomes you fighting two monsters for a little bit. But yeah, man, I just like going from monsters, even going into the title updates. Like, you have Lagiacrus. I'm sorry, I'm so bad with the names in this game sometimes. And Seregios, and then you had Mizitsune, and then you had Omega, and then you have Gugmazios. You have all those. I think all those within the title updates are some of my favorite monsters in this game. Yeah, I mean, I really just enjoy, like, all the moves are still unique within it. I think all of them are returning monsters. I'm pretty sure. None of them are new. I think they're saving the new monsters for the DLC, which is fine by me. If that's what the DLC is. I don't entirely know if the DLC is bringing a bunch of old monsters back, or if it's just the base game. I'm not sure. I'll figure out when the DLC comes out. But, no, I really enjoy the title updates and, like, the things that they did with them. One of them was a Final Fantasy-based thing, and then you had another update with Akuma that you could play as. And then you have Gugmazios coming back from an older game. You have Mizitsune coming back from, I think, World or Rise. And then you have is Seregios old? Seregios might be a new... I don't know, I've seen Lagiacrus, but I haven't seen Seregios. I assume it's an older monster. Again, see, there's a lot of things that I don't know about this game, which is just fine. I mean, that makes it better. But, we can move on to the gameplay. On console, at least, this game has worked fine. It has been wonderful. I haven't really had any issues with, like, graphics going down or with anything happening of that sort. On PC, I've heard it's a mess. On PC, I heard that it is just a complete nightmare where shit's clipping through stuff and animations are working, and I think they either just recently fixed it or they will recently fix it or will fix it in the future. But yeah, I think the problems are on PC. I haven't really had any issues with that. The only issues I've had with the game is sometimes it'll log me out of online, and I'm like my PlayStation's still connected, phone's still connected, everything else is still connected. It's just in the middle of some hunts, I go into offline mode, which can be a problem in some hunts because either you have your friends with you or you have, like in this case with the Raidao, you have support hunters, like, or online people, not support hunters. And I think I enjoy that about this game too, is the support hunter system. If you don't want to fight it alone, but you don't want to fight it with people online, support hunters. And I use them to help me fight Gogmazios and Omega because doing that solo was just super, super difficult for me. Yeah, I really enjoyed the graphics of the game, and then the gameplay. You have the different ways the weapons can go. Like I really enjoy the hammer and dual blades. You have a gun lance. You have freaking bow guns. You have a bow. You have it's all over the place. Like there's something in this game for everyone, and I think that's again something that I really enjoy about it is you can play, and that's sometimes a gripe I had with some live service games is some of them are like, yeah, you have to play multiplayer. And sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes I want to play solo. Sometimes I want to do shit by myself. And I think Monster Hunter holds up really well with like, oh man, I want to hunt this by myself and having a decent level of difficulty where it doesn't become impossible. I will say a lot of people had a problem with the game was relatively easy when it first came out as well. Like I noticed myself kind of blowing through everything relatively easy until I got to certain monsters like Gormagala really gave me trouble. I fought that with friends, and then Jindahad got me in trouble quite a bit. Jindahad was super, super fun though. I think that's one of my favorite monsters as well. Because I don't know, and like even the way some monsters interact with the environment, I think I've already said this, but like New Udra with it's in the part of the oil well basin where like it can light everything on fire and then it can light itself on fire, or Raidao where it's a thunderstorm and it gets struck by lightning and it charges it and it can use its face as a railgun, and Uthduna is just kind of a fat fish that flops around. I'm gonna be honest, just makes waves. I don't really know about him. But you have interactions like that are super, super fun to kind of work around and get done and like try to conquer, whether it's with friends or whether it's alone. I gave this game a 9 out of 10 because I really, really enjoyed this game. I just really like the way that the game feels. I like the fact that I get to fight big monsters. Like the only major problem I have is Gogmazios sometimes becomes towards the third and fourth phase and whatnot, it becomes bullshit go. It almost becomes too much shit in my face. And it might, again, like, it might just be a me thing. But also, this is, like, a whole thing that it's, like, my thoughts. But, like, Gogmazios sometimes is too much. Sometimes becomes too much, and it has too many moves that can just one-shot you. And just end your, I guess not end your run, because you have multiple lives in a fight, which I really enjoy as well. But, it definitely becomes an issue of, and I don't know how much I enjoy one-shot moves. Whether it's from Omega with his giant laser beam, or even like Tempered Mizutsune with its flipping attack that can just one-shot you immediately. I'm not a huge fan of one-shot moves. I understand they're there for like the difficulty and whatnot, but it's just not my shindig. But yeah, I give this game a 9 out of 10, especially, I feel like it'd be a 10 out of 10 with friends as well, because it's just so fun. It's so fun to play with games. But I think I will stick with a 9 out of 10 because, just because of those little gripes that I have. But in no way does that mean this is a bad game. I still thoroughly enjoyed this game. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. I have like PlayStation Wrath came out. I mean, it's a while ago now. It's February 5th. But like towards New Year's, this was my most played game of last year, and I got it more than halfway through the year. I just love it. It's one of my favorite games ever made, and it made me want to get into, like, I've played a little bit of World and I've played a little bit of Rise. It's just made me want to kind of get into the Monster Hunter setting, and I think it did a really good job. And I think it's a great introduction game because then you can go into World, and World has its own thing with like the actually hunting the monsters and tracking the tracks and running around and doing that. Or you have Rise, where you have like the wire bugs and you have all that stuff, which I've only played like 5 minutes of Rise. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my rant on not rant, my thoughts on Monster Hunter Wilds. I've completed 3 games as of late when I stopped doing videos on like thoughts on games. I'm doing videos on all 3 of those. 2 of those today, 1 of those tomorrow. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.